Hello, I'm Tristan. One of the biggest DIY jobs that I've ever done was in my old house. It was to upgrade the kitchen. Basically, it hadn't been changed in a long time, so when we moved in, I decided to upgrade it. I hadn't done anything like this before, so it involved quite a lot of new skills, so I wanted to show in this video exactly what I'd done. Unfortunately, I didn't take videos at the time. I've only got photos from 5 or 6 years ago, but this is just a quick slideshow video to show what I changed. The first thing I obviously needed to do was do some research, so we went to quite a lot of DIY shops and looked around and got a lot of ideas about what we liked, and also looked at some diagrams to work out what we needed to buy. And then I could place my order after planning everything out, and then I built all of the units in my garage. In terms of the actual work, I removed all the coving at the top, and then I jumped ahead a little bit here. Unfortunately, I didn't get any other pictures, but basically I removed a couple of the worktops and I put in a new worktop, and I also moved the sink. Moving the sink was quite challenging because I didn't have any real plumbing experience, but I got there in the end. It worked out okay, thankfully. And then I just plumbed in the old dishwasher into the new spot after moving the sink. At this point then I started removing some of the tiles, and there we are, I'm carrying on removing the tiles under the boiler, just one or two left there. And at this point I've removed pretty much all the tiles, and you can see some mould at the top, so I knew I needed some sort of extractor fan. So there we are, I've removed more tiles again. At this stage, before I could change the final worktop, I just needed to turn off the gas, and there we are. So I've turned off the gas, and then I've changed that worktop and put in the other worktop as well, so already the kitchen's looking a lot smarter. There was a lot of plasterboard ripped out because we needed a lot of electrical work, and you can see there's a new extractor fan up there to help with some of the mould issues that we had, and you can see that there as well, and a couple of new sockets were added as well during the electrical work. This then meant I could start tidying things up again, so I put an upstand on, as you can see, along the wall, and then I started tiling. This was the first time I'd ever tiled, but thankfully it went okay overall. I just did it bit by bit after work, and overall I didn't make any major mistakes. You can see there just me carrying on under the boiler unit with the tiling, and that's sort of the end result without any grout, so I used some metal trim and it looks quite smart overall. So that's me carrying on with the tiling, and at this point the kitchen's starting to look really nice again. I've now grouted, as you can see there, and then I started changing the laminate because the old one was faulty and starting to get a bit mouldy, and overall it's quite a nice effect. As you can see, it's quite a nice looking wood effect. This is the breakfast bar that I added. I added a new floor unit, just a small unit, and then screwed in the actual breakfast bar worktop to form the breakfast bar, and it looks pretty good and is really useful space, to be honest. And then finally you can see the gas hob has come back on. It's actually a different gas hob in the end. We decided to change it, and you can see overall the tile job is not perfect, especially the grout work, but overall it looks quite nice. So that's the final result of the kitchen then. It's a lot smarter in my opinion than the old one. It was also my first major DIY job, and overall I'm pretty happy that I tackled it. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please click the thumbs up button. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.